Hi, I'm going to read the cat's quizzer. Are you smarter than the cat in the hat? And this is an interesting book. And let's see, it's 1976. This is the copyright on this one. I want to try something here, which is, oops, that didn't work. And I was going to make it bigger, but I don't know if that's going to help. We'll see. All right, quizzer. The answers, if you need them, start on page 58. Are you smarter than a Zozfossil? Here is Ziggy Zozfossil with his sister Zizzy. They got 100%. They got every question wrong. 100% wrong. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Which end of a bee stings you? Which end of a bee stings you? And these two are puzzled. Do elephants have uncles? Which grows faster, an uncle's eyebrows or an uncle's mustache? Good question. Are there a few ducks on the moon? Are freckles catching? Where do peanut trees grow? China? Japan? USA? Where else? Yeah, they grow in all those places, but where else do they grow? Well, I think they originally came from Africa. Ah, those are too easy. On we go to something harder. Now, look at this picture. Look at it hard. Study it. Study it. Study it far. What have we got? We've got like a building here. There's some trees and oh, look at that. And look how he's writing this. How many wheels? Then turn the page. So you're studying it. Look at the flowers. What's that? Yeah. Now you're going to have a quiz about the page before. How many wheels on the cat's wagon? Was there a flag on the house? Was the cat holding his umbrella? Did the big yellow animal have blue dots? If you owned the big yellow animal, what would you call it? How are you doing? So far, you are you smarter than a Zozfossil? How old do you have to be? Well, these are good questions. How old do you have to be a Boy Scout? Because you don't start out as a Boy Scout. You start out as a Cub Scout. To be a Girl Scout, same thing. You start out as a brownie, right? How old do you have to be to drive a car? How old do you have to be to fry an egg? How old do you have to be to vote for the president? That's a great question. We just had a really crazy election, didn't we? How old do you have to be the president? He's got some ages here. And how old do you have to be Japanese? How long can you play stare eyes without blinking? How long can you play stare eyes without laughing? Okay. Which can go higher? A bee, an eagle, a balloon, or someone with a helicopter cap? And just think, in 76, they didn't have these, but now they do. Not the cap, but we can fly around, right? They've got these little, yeah, they have technology. Yeah. True or false? True or false? Only redheads can wiggle their ears. True or false? A camel never drinks water on Thursdays. True or false? A cat is always shorter than his shadow. Your shadow is always longer than you are. True or false? True or false? There are more donut holes in the world than donuts. How do we get donuts? How do we get donut holes? Who will go higher, Joe or Mo? And what's going to determine who goes higher? A night quizzer. Do horses sleep standing up? Do roosters sleep on their backs? Do fish sleep with one eye open? There are flashlights for when it's dark. Are there flash darks for when it's light? A play on words. Which turtle will get to the pizza palace first? We've got Pete's Pizza Palace way up here. And then they have to go through all these mazes. So you're going to have to figure that out, aren't you? Yeah. Lava comes out of a what? What comes out of a tree? What comes out of a what? Who comes out of a what? What is it that comes out of a what is it? This is a what is it? My goodness. What is it? Tongue quizzer. How fast can you say? Ellie's elegant elephant. Ellie's elegant elephant. Yeah, all the way down to the end. Ellie's elegant elephant. Wow, that's one fancy elephant, isn't it? Food quiz. Do the Japanese eat with pogo sticks or joss sticks? I don't know what that is. Does spaghetti grow on land or underwater? What do Italians call macaroni? Do pineapples grow on pine trees or apple trees? Tell me 3 things you had for dinner last night. 3 things I had for dinner last night. Oh yeah, I had tempura shrimp. I had some chicken fried, and I had a salad. And can you do this easy trick? Maybe not so easy, huh? Who will win, the X's or the O's? Which walks farther, his front feet or his hind feet? Would you rather have more questions or would you rather have the mumps? Look at this grumpy looking dog. He's all, let me look at this. I'd rather have the mumps. Really? Nobody would rather have the mumps. That's crazy. All right, back we go. Are there many women kings? Are there any woman uncles? And puzzling questions. If a dinosaur walked into your backyard, what is the first thing you would do? Looks like he's getting ready to munch the laundry. And he's bumping into the other house too, and the fence. Goodness gracious me. True or false? In Ireland, you can buy rainbows. True or false? That is Zizzy Zozfozzle. True or false? Snails are faster than turtles. True or false? It's not safe to ride backwards on an ostrich. What would you do if you sprouted a daisy? Would you run and see your dentist? Would you water it and grow more of them and sell them to your friends? Or would you try to grow some roses? They're worth a lot more. Which goes farther? A ping pong ball or a bow and arrow? They just said a bow. The bow is the thing that you pull back to shoot the arrow. Okay, what do they call one-eyed glasses? What is this thing called? What do they call one-wheeled bicycles? What do they call one-horned animals? A one-horned animal. What would you do if you jumped in the air and you didn't come down? This could happen, you know. So you better have an answer. Where could this happen? How could this happen? What are the questions we could ask? Here are 4 what? 4 what? Okay. That's an interesting one. Are you upside down in a spoon? You know, when you look at your reflection in this shiny spoon? What is your zip code? Everyone should know their zip code, right? Because if you want to look things up right now on your phone to try to get directions, you have to know the zip code. Yeah. Who knew? And this was in 1976. before we even had cell phones. This wheel goes this way. That makes this wheel go that way, this way. This wheel goes this way. That makes this wheel go this way. So please tell me, am I going frontwards or backwards? Good question. So if it's zip, zap, zop, zoop, zoom, zoom, zoom. Figure it out. It's getting harder and I'm getting tired. Everyone's tired, but we must go on. Are there more A's or Z's in the alphabet? These are actually pretty interesting questions. Do more crows hide? Where do crows hide soccer balls? And then finally, this one. Oops. Which is the best weather vane? Which is the best one? That's a personal opinion, isn't it? What was George Washington's favorite TV program? Do worms dream? Does Joe look closer to Mo than Mo looks to Joe? Mo and Joe. This is a telescope. Who will get the banana? Who will get the most bananas? Wow. Okay. So this is like probably one of those things where you have to follow the string around to determine the answer. What was Abraham Lincoln's middle name? Wow. I don't even know that one. Who will lose, the X's or the O's? Huh. Does your family have one or a two-car grudge? A one or two-car grudge? Wow. Okay. What's a grudge? So some people say garage and they say grudge. It's funny. Kids do that a lot. Where would you learn to go to play the stethoscope? In Yosemite Park, do the bears take photographs? Are you older than your teeth? Which is taller? I'm not sure I like this one, but I'm going to read it. Oh, you can read it yourself. There. Oh, I'm so tired of the whole silly thing. You started it, you get up and finish it. What is that? Dr. Seuss's wife? We don't know. All right. Here we go. Here are more than 100 things that begin with H. The Zozzfozzles could only find 6 things that started with H. So you know what? I'm going to leave this page up for an extra long minute or two and get my fingers off everything. And okay, I'm going to turn it now. You can always pause it. So, how about it? Look how tired he looks now. This looks like this little creature's holding him up. He's so tired. Are you smarter than a Zozzfozzle? Oh, and here we have the answers. Now for this one, I'm thinking I would like it to be a little bit bigger. Can I get it bigger? Let's see. Probably not much, but just want to make sure we can read it. Let's find out. Let's see. Focus. I'm really trying to be careful with this. All right, now I'm going to turn the page to the next page of answers. Press them all down, nice and tight. Give them a second to focus. This one doesn't even have a focus. Okay. And next page of the answers. That's the 100 H's. Wow. Okay. And I, cat with a headache. The big H. Okay, let's always go to the last page. Said that he had a hard time finding someone who would pay attention to his first children's book. Happily, that never happened again. That book and the more than 42 others he wrote since have all become modern classics. The most famous of them all may be The Cat in the Hat. Well, that's the one I taught my brother to read with. This extraordinary story is so revolutionary in its impact that it created a new kind of publishing for children. Beginner books. Books that children could read and delight in all by themselves. With the cat as their symbol and Ted Geisel as Dr. Seuss, was known when he wasn't writing or drawing. As Ted Geisel was known when he wasn't writing or drawing. As their editor, beginner books and bright and early books have helped millions of children discover what great fun reading can be. And I totally love Dr. Seuss reading books, so thank you. Here we go. 10 years ago. Yep, I'll let you read it. All right, so we're already missing him. But I have to read this one too. So this will be my next one. Thank you for listening. Oops, let me put it in this. There we go.